Hello and welcome to Sports Betting Illuminated, where we play with the house, not against it. I'm your host, Arya Calista, author of Sports Betting Illuminated, and tonight we have a very special guest, Jeff, who I cannot wait to bring on the show. Soccer Jeff has been one of our premier sports soccer handicappers since, we've been tracking him for years, and every year after year, he's up 24 units, 30 units. We were doing a sports betting contest, and he absolutely destroyed me. He's got really the edge like no other, so I'm really excited to have Jeff on the show tonight, especially as FIFA is happening. Are you watching it? I love having so many visitors in the U.S. coming, seeing this country, enjoying our food. Always makes me so happy. Hey Dylan, how you doing? DJ Ray, thank you so much for joining in early and putting my links in the chat. And for everybody who's new here, I just want to say, please take a moment to join my sports betting email. It is at aryacalista.com. You just click the stay in touch button. It's the easiest way of staying in touch with me, just by replying to any one of my emails. I love talking to you guys. All right. Hey Alvin, how are you doing tonight? It is so wonderful having all of you here. I hope you are all having such a good start to your week. It has been a little bit rainy here. I know everyone's coming back from the 4th of July. I had a great 4th of July. It was so much fun, going down to the beach and enjoying the weather. Of course, enjoying a lot of cannabis. So today I am smoking Atomic Bikini. Now, I'm not wearing a bikini here tonight, but it's kind of beachy. I got this on my little beach outing with the palm trees. I guess it's kind of beachy looking. And thanks so much for linking my Substack. So I'm going to take a hit of this. It's a bright, vibrant cannabis. All right, so Jeff's going to be coming on real shortly. We are just going to roll into the 2-minute drill before Jeff comes on, and I want to give you one Major League Baseball play. So this game is coming up real fast at 6:40. The Braves versus Pirates. The Braves, they opened up at plus 150. It's currently sitting at plus 125 right now. The Braves are looking really good. So yeah, if you're taking a look at this money line, it's most spots, some spots, even the professional sports books have already moved this to plus 122. So that's pretty interesting to see. I like this Braves money line. That is the early play that I like, and I would say before anything else, I locked that one in early. It's a 6:40 game, so loving the Braves today. That is my play, especially just because I moved from plus 150 plus 125. The money is pretty mixed on this money line, but it is looking sharp. The sharps are in on this. All right, we're gonna roll into our 2-minute drill, and then we're gonna bring Jeff on. So I'm really excited. Yeah, let's roll. 2-minute drill. Let's go.
One of the first lessons every serious bettor has to learn is that bad teams are not automatically bad bets. Now that sounds simple, but it goes against almost every instinct that casual bettors have. Most people open the board and ask who is better. And that is the fan question. The better question is different. Is this number too high or is it too low? A team can be terrible and still be undervalued. A team can be ugly, injured, unpopular, boring, poorly coached, and painful to watch, and still be on the right side if the market has discounted this team too aggressively. And this is where value hides. The public does not like holding ugly tickets. Nobody wants to back the team that just lost by 20. Or the quarterback who looked lost on national TV. Or maybe the bullpen that melted down twice this week. Or the basketball team that everyone decided is unserious. Those teams feel gross. They do not give you emotional comfort. But betting is not a beauty contest. The market often charges a premium for teams that people want to bet on. Popular teams, hot teams, famous teams, clean narratives, revenge spots, playoff contenders. Those prices can get inflated because demand is attached to them. On the other side, bad teams can become so hated that the number finally goes too far. That does not mean you blindly bet bad teams. It means you ask whether the market is pricing them as bad or worse than bad. There is a difference. Maybe the team is bad overall, but in this matchup, they can slow the game down. Maybe their starting pitcher is better than the team record suggests. Maybe their defense travels. Maybe their opponent is overpriced after one huge blowout win. Maybe the spread has moved from fair to emotional, and that is the point. You are not betting reputation, you are betting price. The best bettors are willing to look uncomfortable. They understand that ugly teams sometimes cover because the number already punished them enough. So, the next time a side makes you say, I hate this team, do not stop there. Ask the sharper question. Do I hate the team or do I hate the bet?
I hope you guys enjoyed that 2-minute drill. Matching truck with the matching nails. Alright, so hopefully Jeff joins us any minute, but yes, I did match my nails to the truck. Such a vibe, right? I mean, I have to. But I think next time I go to the nail salon, it's probably just going to be natural. Thanks so much, DJ Ray. And I love making these 2-minute drill videos for you guys. If you have any topics that you want to learn more about, betting strategies, whether it's about upcoming games that you want me to talk about, just let me know and I am happy to do so. I would love to hear from you guys. And it's super easy to contact me anytime just by going to arielcalista.com. Easy peasy. Hey Tony, how are you doing? Hello Chuck Science, welcome in. Yeah, people love schemes, and that's what I was talking about in the 2-minute drill too, is like, you know, it's just because you love the team doesn't mean they're always the best bet, or love a player doesn't mean they're always the best bet. Alright, I just heard from Jeff. He said, I think everything is working. Alright, perfect. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Tony. Yeah, I know, USA lost last night. But, you know what, I mean, it was, you know, watching some of these teams play out, and it's just been nice having people here in the US, so good vibes all around. But yeah, it sucks that we already lost. I was hoping we'd make it a little bit further. But there's so many passionate soccer fans, I realize, out there. So that's why I'm really, like, especially stoked to have Jeff on the stream real soon. Okay, so it says waiting for callers. Hey Peter, how you doing? So wonderful seeing all of you here tonight. In the meantime, yeah, Dylan, definitely join the stream sometime. I'd love to have you join. Send me a message and let's talk about it. I love having guests on the stream, having you guys come in, say hi. It definitely is a good time. I want to talk about this other game, you know, since we're talking about baseball. Let's talk about this Phillies-Reds game. this is coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, so coming up pretty soon. This over has been looking really interesting. So it opened up over 8.5, minus 105, went to over 9, minus 102. And it definitely seemed like Vegas like this, because then we moved it from minus 102 to minus 105. There's level 5 money on this over as well. So it seems like everyone is betting the over, and Vegas is just rolling with the money here. So right now, I like this over. I think it's looking really good in this Phillies Mets game. A 420 binge. I'll join you. You know what, Dylan? That's good. Sometimes it's like you gotta know your sport as well. And at the beginning of baseball, I just was betting really sparingly. I just basically completely, really slowed up my bets. I was looking at all the numbers, just waiting for everything to stabilize. But football, I would say about bigger units. And it's a little bit more consistent. These numbers are tighter earlier on. But even still, like going into any sport, usually like the first few weeks are a little rough for any bettor, and even the sports books as well, as they're still, understanding how the team works together. Yeah, hopefully no tech issues. Hopefully no tech issues. My fingers are crossed. I would love to have Jeff on the stream. And oh my gosh, soccer. We had this big sports betting contest with that damn sports network, the Smoke the Spread podcast. That was our podcast name. And we had some of the best handicappers there. We have some of our pros here right now. We had the whole knife drawer there. I mean, a lot of these big podcasts, like even Will's Game On podcast, he was in the group, and Cricket and Eric and Chris, and there was, just so much excitement. It's really cool to see like people coming together, excited to win prizes. Genesis was doing all of the numbers for this contest for everyone, and everyone was posting in their plays of the day. And if it won, you got so many points based off the plus money. And it was a hard contest, really hard. And Jeff was just crushing everyone. Even pros that have been betting for 40 years, 50 years, maybe longer. Okay, yeah, definitely. Send me a message, Dylan. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to have you on. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Little beachy outfit from the beach. I was celebrating, enjoying some sun. That's my favorite thing. Hopefully I'll go get back to the beach real soon. I love it there. Alright, let's just roll on into this 7:11 p.m. game. This is between the Royals and the Mets. So just looking at this total here, the total opened over 8, minus 110. Then it went up to over 8.5, minus 106. Then minus 109. And right now there's level 5 money on this over. I think if you're an action player, this might be another over you can take. I really do just like totals tonight. Of course, other than this early Braves money line, but looking at the rest of the board, this is looking like a nice action total because, both the Royals and the Mets, they're not great over teams. They don't go over that often. And, as I'm looking at these games, even though everyone is pressing over, the sportsbook is moving over, I also have to look at the teams and how they performed in the past. And, you could get a lot of this information from places like team rankings, where you could just go in, see like how many times have we gone over versus under. But also if you are, like using data libraries, it's easy to pull all of this information as well, season by season, or even split it up over the season. But I would say if you're an action player, this Royals Mets over is looking like a little bit of an action play tonight. So we will see. But I like this right now. I like this as an action play. Okay. So he is in Rumble's studio. Okay, let's bring Jeff in. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Oh, sweet. We could hear you.
We made it. Great.
We made it. Okay, I'm going to turn off the background music.
Okay.
Welcome to Sports Betting Illuminated. I am so excited to have you on.
It's great to be here.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here. Yeah, since the last time when there was technical difficulties, we had such an amazing conversation. I just wish everybody was here to hear it, but I'm happy to have you here now.
I'm great. I'm happy to be here too, especially in the middle of the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. So, have you been watching it every night, enjoying it? What are your favorite?
I've been following it religiously. If anything, for no other reason, I just want to see if my predictions come true.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta know the outcome. And you have such an interesting soccer handicapping strategy. It really is like no other, and how it plays into prediction markets. I just give us like a high level overview, and then we can kind of start getting into the nitty gritty of it.
Sure. Well, one metric that really struck me. First of all, I don't know much about the game of soccer itself. I'm a newbie when it comes to analyzing matches.
But well, that's okay.
Yeah. No, but what really struck me about 2 years ago, when we were in our little competition, doing the play of the day, that I just thought draws are undervalued. That if you can get certain parameters straight, the draw is more likely to happen than not. And so I began, in the competition, I began to look for instances where I thought the draw would be 30 or 40%, even though the public was saying it would be 10 or 15%.
Jeff, could you just turn down your speaker a little bit?
Yeah.
Some people are saying you're echoing just a little bit.
How's that?
I could hear you perfectly.
Okay, good.
Oh, and Derek's here. He says, "Hey, Jeff." Everyone's really excited to see you.
So I began looking into it, and I have a friend who's more into coding than I am, and whatnot, and the statistics than I am. And we began to develop a little bit of a system. One thing we looked at was what's the transfer market value of the players on a team. And statistically, you look at the first player, maybe the sixth player, and then the 12th and the 13th player. And that tends to give you a sense of the quality of the team. So, for example, the United States right now, we have 9 players that are of some serious transfer market value in the European leagues. Whereas the German team or the French team or the Spanish team, they'll have over 15 players with serious value in the European leagues. And we just looked at it. There's a metric by which you look at these transfer market values, and you can start to get a better sense of who's going to win, who's going to lose, but also how they might draw. And a lot of times a draw can be determined by, is it the home team? What's the system that the coach has implemented? And we're discovering in tournaments, teams can play for draws. And so, for example, in the World Cup here, in the group stages of the World Cup, this friend of mine, he blindly bet draws in the group stage and was up 20 units by the end of the group stage.
Wow.
Because again, when you hit a draw, you're hitting usually plus 200.
Wow. That's, I mean, yeah, and I'll draw. A lot of people wouldn't even think to play a draw. A
But
lot of
in the
people are
group stages of
saying,
tournaments, teams will
Mhm.
sometimes play for draws.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Because
And why did
because
they?
they realize, well, I would just with one draw and one win, I can advance to the knockout stage.
Oh, okay. Mind if I just send you another link real quick, Jeff? People are just having a little bit of trouble hearing you. It's gonna be just a video link, if that's okay.
A video link. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll see
but
what
you
we
don't
can
have
do.
to. Yeah, you don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to.
All right, I don't even know if I have one here.
Okay, let me just invite you real quick. I just want to make sure everyone can hear this important information. It's really fascinating what you're saying, and I just sent you the link.
All right.
Oh, people are wondering if my speaker being on is causing the echo. Okay, let me just test that. I'm gonna turn down my speaker.
Okay. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Does that
1,
work,
2, 3.
everyone? It's a little bit quieter now.
Testing 1,
from
2,
what I can
3.
hear, but I could lean in. That's okay. Could it be my mic picking up his audio? How does it work now, everyone? I could
Testing
put
1,
in
2,
headphones
3.
too.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let me put in the headphones.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing
Okay,
1,
now
2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Does it work, guys? Can somebody write in the chat real quick?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, it works now. Woohoo!
Great,
All
great,
right.
great,
Perfect.
great. Yeah. So as I was saying, that what we discovered is that, again, like in the World Cup, this fellow he just blindly bet draws for the group stage, because there are teams that will, as part of their strategy, they'll play for a draw in the group stage. And this fellow did it in the group stage, and he was up 20 units, by the end of the group stage in the World Cup.
That's insane. Was that the guy that you were
And
telling me was up by like 24 units?
yeah.
That's
And then he even in the first round, in the knockout rounds, he kept playing it, and he went up again because Argentina tied Capo Verde in the knockout round, which was +9. It was +900 to get a draw, right? So you hit one of those, and which you're more likely to do it in a tournament than not. And it works, right? Now, also though, I've been able to convince my buddy to start looking more at the lines and how the books are moving the lines based on who's betting. And so, for example, the other day, kind of using your methods, we didn't pick a draw in Paraguay versus Argentina, but we did take Paraguay at +1.5, which again it was a plus money play. It was like +140, and it worked but in the case of Paraguay, the reason it worked is that the coach had developed a system for playing the game close, and so the public was wildly voting for Argentina, or betting for Argentina to win by 2 goals or more, right? But they didn't. Sorry, it wasn't Argentina. It was I'm blanking now. Sorry, but whoever Paraguay was playing, it was a European team. but the public was wildly betting for Paraguay to lose by 2 or more. But you could see the way the sports books were moving it because of the system of the coach, that the sportsbook were saying, we're siding with Paraguay to keep it within a goal. And that's what Paraguay did in the end.
Wow.
Right? So we're starting to combine your methods also. I've been able to convince them to look at, so we're not always just playing for a draw either.
Yeah, that's really cool that you're combining both strategies and implementing it, and you're having such success with it.
Yeah.
And it's Paraguay versus France. That's what Derek
That was the
chimed
one.
in
That was
with.
the one that was the one where everyone was siding with France. Actually, we took Paraguay both against Germany and against France. just because it was they were both instances where the books and the pros were clearly on Paraguay to keep it close. Whereas the public didn't understand. I mean, Paraguay always plays against Brazil, against Colombia, against teams that know how to score. And so Paraguay, their system is to set up a defense to keep it close because they know they don't have the talent. And in tournaments, this is where tournament is a little bit different than the leagues, right? In tournaments, some teams that don't have the transfer market value of their players, because of their strategy, they can keep it close.
Huh, that's interesting. So, like when you're looking at coaching strategies, that's one of the things that you're looking for. Like who's trying
Right,
to keep it close.
right.
Um, that's really interesting. Um, so like tell me a little bit more. You said this earlier. You look for players who are in a one position. I
Right.
believe you said the three position. Tell me a little bit more about this. I'm
Well,
really
basically,
interested.
then there have been some bettors in soccer who have developed these strategies of you look at in your especially in the European leagues, like in the NFL we have free agency. The
Mm-hmm.
Europeans call it the transfer market, right? So one
Mm-hmm.
way of looking at teams and how they might compete with each other is what's the transfer market value of their top player, their fifth player, but also their 13th player, the first guy off the bench, right?
Hmm.
And that's how you can start to distinguish. You can use that to make tiers, like the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class, as far as the you might say the transfer market value of teams. And then so a lot of the way we're trying to find draws is that you can find a team that might have a good, a very high first player on the transfer market and a high fifth or sixth player on the transfer market. And you might find another team that has low first player, low fifth player, average 13th player. But because of their strategy, if they're just a tier below, if they're like a lower class team playing a middle class team, if they have the right strategy, they're more than 30% likely, right, to play that team to a draw, right? Or like
Yeah.
the
Huh.
U.S.
That's interesting.
You take the U.S. versus Belgium yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
right? The U.S. lost. They made some bonehead plays. The goalie muffed the play, and then they scored. There was one play, the first goal of Belgium. The ball went up in the air, and all the Americans were looking at the ball like it was a firework on the 4th of July. They didn't play for it, and so it enabled a cheap goal. But the U.S. on the transfer market value, the U.S. is like a middle class team, and Belgium is
Hmm.
like an upper middle class team. If the U.S. were to play a
Ah.
good game, they could play Belgium to a tie. They obviously made bonehead mistakes, so they obviously didn't, right?
Yeah.
Because
So you're able to
Belgium's
see that and pick
Belgium's
it
a
up in
little bit
advance.
better because of the transfer market value, right? They're not world class. They're not. So Belgium in the upcoming game against Spain, Belgium's going to have to play England to a tie. The thing is, in tournaments, it might not be, or whoever, and sorry, they're playing Spain. Belgium's playing Spain. They're going to have to try to play them to a tie, to a draw,
Mm.
right? and you look at the
Uh-huh.
transfer market value, and that helps you to decipher. Well, then you got to ask the question: do they have the strategy to play England, to play Spain to a draw, right? Based on their defensive strategy versus the English attacking and defensive strategy. I don't know if we're going to take that game for a draw, but that's the question you would ask. Because
Huh.
Belgium's a lower transfer market value team going against one that's higher than it. If they were at home, if they were actually at home, like playing in a national European match, you might say, well, we'll take Belgium to the draw because the home field advantage might enable them to play to a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start asking these questions also for all the European leagues, for the English Premier League, for the Italian League, the Spanish League, the French League. You can look at transfer market value and you can say, okay, is there an upper class team, a middle class team, or a lower class team? If they're one tier below and they're at home and they have the right strategy, they're more likely to play to a draw.
That's really interesting.
Right?
And,
And then
like you
I
said, you
hope
could get
this year,
these.
I hope this year that we can also incorporate looking at how the markets are moving as well, based on what the books are saying, based on what the pros are doing.
Yeah. I mean, you notice like when you combine your strategy with, my like reading the market, game
Yeah,
theory strategy, like that really I mean, that basically is laying out what the answer is right
yeah,
in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
you. Like when you
yeah.
start looking at, like is the USA going to win here? And I think that is really interesting because it's, I mean, it's not hard to put together. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like anyone watching this video out there could really start working on this and incorporating this into their own strategy. And it is interesting, like because when you think about like the NFL or basketball and NBA, you don't really have draws in these sports.
right,
Like that just
right,
doesn't exist.
right. And we're
But
not. By the way,
because. Mhm,
the draw is really interesting just because it's such a plus money play.
mhm. And you're getting these plus 900s. I mean, and that's like watching you just win over and over and over during Smoke the Spread. It was incredible to watch.
Yeah,
Seriously. I was not expecting. I was having a really good season too, and I was not expecting to be in like the mid
yeah.
tier of the leaderboard. I'm like, I have 30+% ROIs. And
Right.
these guys' ROIs are like at 60%. How does this
Yeah,
even happen?
yeah. Well, the other
And
the other thing is that you can have dry spells, right? So you can have a
mhm,
month where you're just hitting everything. Like for example, the World Cup, right? A
mhm,
tournament, you can hit the draw more often, and it's like super interesting. But then you can have spells where you like I think in December we like broke even. We didn't do so well. But so you can have
mhm.
some months where you like the draw actually New Year's Day. New Year's Day we bet like in the Italian league, we bet 5 out of 6 draws to happen. And 5 out of 6 draws happened.
Wow.
Because everyone was out celebrating the night before.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, Derek's saying soccer's feast or famine. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I know it could get a little rocky, but when you have 60% ROIs, I mean, that absolutely
Yeah,
makes up for it, even if you're
yeah.
just kind of breaking even for a little
Yeah, yeah, no,
bit.
no,
Like,
that's why it's fun. That's why it's fun. That's why I found soccer to be fun. And it's funny, I would have never even thought of this except for the thing we were doing on your show, which was try to pick a best play of the day,
yeah,
right? Don't just
and you only get one play.
and you only get one play. And that's kind of forced me to kind of think through, well, what would be that one play, right? And
Hmm.
especially also in the competition where you got a little bit more points for the plus money plays.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right, Brian. It's a great day for a great day. Those
Yeah.
plus money plays. It was. was hard. Those were tough competitions, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think it really made us all like level up
Right.
and, try to
Right.
be at the top of our game. And seeing your strategy, like it was clear to all of us watching, like there is something very unusual happening here, and it's proven successful season after season for
Right.
you. And even with prediction markets, would you like to talk about that real quick? I know you have to go soon, but
Well, so
if
this
you
this
have
one
just a
fell.
minute.
Yeah, this one fellow was explaining to me how on prediction markets you can get a little bit more value if you do what's called the synthetic draw. Because on prediction markets, you can vote for it. You can vote. you can you can say yes, I think there will be a draw, but you can also say no, I think a team won't win. And you can obviously you can invest in both of those positions. So you can invest in the draw, but you can also invest in no, I don't think one team will win. And in the end, when you do it that way, or another thing you can do is you can invest no in both teams. Not you can say no, neither team will win. Like let's say it's Spain versus France, right? You can say France will not win, and then you can also invest in Spain will not win. And sometimes if you're looking at the values, you actually get like 3 or 4 cents. You get $3 or $4 more out of $100 than just betting's the straight draw.
That's interesting.
So on the prediction markets now they're calling that the synthetic draw, because you basically you're voting for the you're voting you're betting on the draw, and you're betting, so you're saying no on both teams to win. But then
Mm-hmm.
also, if one team actually wins, you get a little bit of your money back. So you actually are not losing everything on if it does end up being a draw.
And that's what I love, is like you get a little bit of your money back no
Yeah,
matter what.
right,
No
exactly.
matter what.
Right, right, right.
And you don't get that with the sports books, with the
No,
synthetics draw and the prediction markets. And only really with like soccer can you do this.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great thing.
It really is. That is some really interesting prediction market information. And I don't think you're going to hear that anywhere else. Like nobody's talking about that when it comes to prediction markets.
I haven't seen it
And
online at all. My friend figured it out. He told me about it, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
But
prediction, I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, and then you're getting a little bit of your money back. You're recovering a little bit of it, no
right,
matter what.
right. That's right. Good. Well, I
So
have I
it's
have a
really
I have
not
a heart out.
exactly, and it's not damaging your ROI. And, if you see, I mean, we always talk about this in the prediction market as well, is like you don't have to hold the position like the whole game, the whole time to
Right,
the end of the game like you do with a sports book.
right.
A lot of sports books let you pull money out, but they take a big percentage first. Yeah,
There are
that
all there
is
are
that
also
is
there
really
are also people
interesting.
there are also people on these prediction markets that basically they can set your limits of when you want to sell out, which is another.
Oh, cool.
I haven't done that so much myself, but I know there are people doing that.
With like agents and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've heard about that as well, like using AI agents to, just basically making these bets for you,
right. So
like
it's
when it
it's a
meets your custom parameters.
yeah. So that's a whole nother area I haven't looked into yet, though.
It's a cool area.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it does remind me like a lot of what you're doing. Like I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, it's kind of like, like Rick's stratification, like as
mm,
you're, looking at these different players and understanding like the coaching strategies and kind of how each team is performing. And also like what their incentives are,
yeah.
like whether they want to keep it close or if they're going to go for a draw. And that's interesting. Lots of variables to think about, but I think it's also really cool that you came from a background of like not really. being involved in watching soccer and all of that, because that's kind of my background as well. It's like I didn't really come from a big sports background, but we found our strategies.
Yeah. Yeah. I came from the humanities.
Yeah. Wow. It's different.
Yep.
But it's cool. It is really cool. And there's definitely something to be said about that, you know, when you come from a background that's not necessarily so involved in sports, but finding a strategy, sticking to it, and being majorly profitable over time that's the best way to be, right?
I'm happy so far.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and I know you have to run soon, but is there anything
Yep.
else you would like to share with the audience?
I think we've had a great discussion so far today. Maybe we could come back and finish some other strands, other threads up at a future date.
Absolutely. We would love to have you back on here. I know everyone was so excited to have you on, and I truly appreciate you staying on and coming in tonight. Thanks so much, Jeff. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you very much, Ari. All right. Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye, Jeff.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone, to Soccer Jeff. Oh, that was so much fun. Okay, I am going to, let's see. Is everything okay? Taking off my headphones. Can you guys hear me? Everything's still good? Yes. Derek saying, thanks, Jeff. Always love to hear soccer talk. Chuck Science said, never said this before to anyone. Jeff, I demand a rematch. Oh my gosh. Is the Smoke the Spread community coming back? Is it gonna make them come back? I still have the domain name. I'm kind of like, hey. What are we doing here? Yeah, Jeff. Jeff took my ass in this contest. It was crazy. Of course I will, DJ Ray. Of course I'm gonna rip one for Jeff. Good idea. So much fun having him on. Every time I learned so much from him. And it's just really cool hearing people from all different backgrounds coming on, sharing their strategy. That's what makes this show so fun. That's what I really love about sports betting, is having the community here. Okay, maybe one more hit, and then we're gonna dive back into just a couple plays. All right. So, earlier we locked in the Braves money line. That game already started. We took the over in the Phillies-Reds game. And for a little action play, I threw in the over in the Royals-Mets game. And let's talk about some of these 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock games. We have the Diamondbacks versus Padres. This is at 9:40 p.m. Eastern. And this total opened up over 8.5, minus 111. Went to over 9, so it moved up half a point. Over 9, minus 116. It did pull back a little bit to minus 105, but I'm not afraid. I like this level 5 money on the over here in this Diamondbacks Padres game, so I am going to take it. I like it a lot. Now you know a secret. Play for a draw. Oh yeah, I know all about that. That was fun. Just close the color queue real quick. That was so much fun. We could have multiple colors on sometimes. We're gonna start including more people on the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. But yeah, play for a draw. Why not? I like this over in this Diamondbacks Padres game. And last game I'm looking at tonight is between the Rockies and the Dodgers. So I know we have some Dodgers fans in the audience here. This is a 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern game. And this total opened up over 9, minus 120. Right now it's sitting over 9.5, minus 115 on level 3 money. Then it moved to minus 105. Level 2 money is where it's sitting at right now. So still a decent bit of money here, and I like this over a lot. It moved over half a point. Another over that moved over half a point from the open, and I'm just loving these. Lots of overs tonight. That's what I'm seeing across the board here. And so these are all my plays. Just to give you the rundown, the Braves money line. I like this. There's pro money on it. This money line was moving in the right direction all day. This Phillies Reds money line, or Phillies Reds over. I'm sorry, Phillies Reds over. This opened up at 8.5, moved over by just half a point to the 9. And right now, with all of this money on the over, this one is looking solid. I threw in a little bit of an action play, the Royals versus Mets over, but both are terrible over teams, so it's a little bit shaky. That's why I'm calling it an action play. So just if you really want to have a little sprinkle, but they're just not great over teams. But the sportsbook did move it up a half a point, like a lot of these other games that we have on the board tonight. Then I really like this Diamondbacks Padres over. I just think this is really solid. It moved to over 9 from 8.5, and there's level 5 money on it. This is still one of my favorite games on the board today. I would say if I had to rank them, this would be number 1. And the last favorite game that I like today is Rockies versus Dodgers. And I like the over here as well. So over across the board today, especially liking this over in the Diamondbacks Padres game. So those are all of my plays for tonight. I had so much fun. Thank you so much, Jeff, for coming on, sharing your soccer strategy. And I know a lot of us are going to start incorporating it into our betting strategy and building models based off of it. And you know what? I mean, a community that's winning together stays together, and I just love that. And so I was so excited to have Jeff on. I've been wanting him to come on for weeks, and that was just so fun. The information is so fresh, and this is the kind of quality community that you just can't find anywhere else. And yes, we are a small community right here on Sports Betting Illuminated, but I love you guys, and I'm so happy that, you know, we have such strong players and so many people who just really care. So thanks so much for that. And that is everything tonight. Those are all of my bets. DJ Ray, thank you so much for reminding everyone to hit the like button. If you love the stream, if you love learning a new strategy, hit the like button right now. And save the stream as well if you can, like save it to a playlist. I don't care, watch later, engage with it. You know, engagement boosts the stream, however YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, Twitch does it. But we're on Kick as well, so we're across all the platforms. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live stream tonight. This is so much fun. Good luck on all your wagers, and I will see you all next time.